Hey, what else did you learn?
Okay, so what else I learned in the book is, now let's see what it's called. It is better to go into business for yourself than work for someone.
So say it out loud. What say it
It
again?
is better to go into business for yourself than work for someone else.
And keep going.
So
Read the whole thing. I want you to read the whole thing.
this whole thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Go to school, get an
Okay, quote number 10.
Quote number 10. It is better to go into business for yourself than to work for someone else.
Point.
Go to school.
Read louder.
Go to school, get an education, because you want to be smart. You don't want to be dumb.
That's true. Okay.
That is what they say. Whoever they are, yes, it's wise to get a degree, but it is even wiser to gain skills, knowledge, and training to go along with that degree. When you work for someone else, you need to always keep in mind that you can be let go anytime, but you work for yourself.
But when you work
for yourself, you control if you keep your job or not by making yourself responsible for the outcome of your work. Success is not measured by the number of
accomplishments
you have. Success is measured by the number of times you are willing to try and not give up, according to
Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3.
What does it say? Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed.
Commit your action to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. So, what did you learn from that?
I learned that like so you can work from somebody, but you have to keep in mind that they can let you go anytime. You can be let go, and you could start a business and work for yourself, but you have and believe in yourself that the company is gonna work.
Okay, what else did you learn?
And I learned.
What about education and stuff like that?
Oh, you have to have education. You have to go to school and get an education in order to start a business.
Not true. No, you don't have to get an education to start a business, because people I know, like your great grandfather, which was my granddaddy, he only had a 4th grade education, and he was very intelligent because of experience, things that he went through, even though he was born in the ages, like he was born 1912, and he was born during the time when education wasn't really given to them like that, so they had to survive, and survival a lot of the times teaches you too. That's why when I wrote this, I put here that go to school, get an education. That's what they say, whoever they are. What that means, what I was trying to say there, was that people always tell you to go to school, get your education. That's what they tell you. But they tell you that for one reason, and it's mainly for you to go get a job and work for somebody. And I was being sarcastic when I actually wrote that part. That's why I put it in bold letters. But the thing is that you do have to keep in mind that when you work for somebody, I don't care what kind of job you have, that's not your company. So if the person who owns that company decides to shut down, or they decide they don't need you anymore, your service is over with, they can let you go.
Well, Mom, don't you have to go to like a type of school to so to how to start a company?
Okay, not true either. It's wise to go to school. It's wise to get the education. You should go to school. You should get the education. You should never just go at it off of let me just try or anything like that. Especially with all the resources out here that gives you the cash to go to school, such as grants, and I don't really like student loans. But if you have to get one to get the knowledge that you need, then hey, you do what you got to do. But with this situation that I'm trying to say here, in this quote that I wrote, that's what I was trying to explain to the readers in the book, which is also you, is that it's not always about just going to school and then getting a degree, because there's a lot of people out here with college degrees that don't even use the degree. And to be honest, I have a degree in human resource, but I don't use the human resource degree to go work at someone's job. I use the human resource so I can be educated, that when I see things that I know not supposed to be happening, I can call them out on that and say, hey, this is against this rule. I know for sure this is not legal. But at the same time, I also use a degree. I have also certificates in business entrepreneurship. So that is what I use more than I use the actual human resource. I use my business. And reason why I'm saying that is because I want you to understand that when you're older and you're making decisions on what you're going to do with your life, you need to think about what is it that you really want to do. What do you really want to be doing for years in and years out? Because you're going to put a whole lot of time into that, which can take most of your life. And if you find out 30 years on the job that you're not happy and that's not what you want to do, you wasted 30 years of giving someone your time. Or someone gave you the walking papers and say, hey, we no longer need you, and you didn't give these people 15 years. I would say, for instance, with me, Hewlett Packard, I worked for them for 11 years. And I was certain that I was going to retire from there. But then when they shut down the company and moved everything overseas, they wanted to move the company from America and take it to Mexico, it changed my perspective on having a job. So, education, you need the knowledge. You need to know how to read, write, spell. You need to know how to do math. You need the arithmetic. You need the basics. Now, everything else you're going to be learning throughout your walk of life. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Experience. You're going to be learning it. So you take the skills that you learn, you take the knowledge that you have, you take everything and you put it with the education, and then you got it from there.